classic craft beer, we can do this. Yeah.
Hey, what's good, y'all? This is C Certified Brewhead.
And I'm Scott Beer, cold beer enthusiast.
And welcome to another edition of Beer Mail on BAOS podcast. How you doing?
I'm great. How are you doing, mate?
Wonderful. Should we explain why we're dressed like this?
There's absolutely no reason why we're dressed like this.
We had a plan to say we watched Blood In, Blood Out, but we didn't watch it at all.
Take this off.
No, I'm absolutely leaving it. So, all right. When we were in America back in July, Ray Shaw, shout out to Ray, from Alaska hit us up. So he follows Alaska fam.
Whoa.
I know, right? So Ray just been following us on Instagram, watches that shit, and he was like, bro, I want to get you guys some Alaskan beer. And he hit us up right as we were going to Detroit. So I was like, yo, you can send them to Dave. Shout out to Dave. So he did. And he knows we like IPAs. So he sent 4 of the best of Alaska's IPAs.
Alaska represent.
And here they are. And so, you know what? This time we gave him a little cracky whack.
I haven't had a beer from Alaska that I recall. Can you think of an Alaskan beer you've had?
No, sir.
Okay.
One thing I do know, that Oprah was recently on the Alaskan Beer Company, which is one of these ones here. This guy. So Oprah was drinking Alaskan beer, and she was holding it in her. I believe it was an IPA as well. Like it was a glass, like a label glass.
Hopo,
mate. All right, so let's talk about what we got. This is called HopoThermia, double IPA, which is 8.5. Alaskan Beer Company.
We have Anchorage Brewing Company Galaxy White IPA, bottled with Brett. That sounds fire.
This is Kassik's Morning Wood India Pale Ale.
Does that bear have a boner?
6 point. He has a. Oh wow, they've been playing.
Yeah.
You zany Alaskans.
Wow,
that was great.
49th State Brewing Company, Alaska. We have Alaska Brewed Solstice IPA India Pale Ale, 7%.
Cool. And I kind of feel it's appropriate because today is fucking shit with the weather here in Montreal. So feels like it's down near Alaska.
Alaskan weather out here.
So why not
in September?
So I guess we'll just start left, like this one, right to left, left to right.
Is there an order we can do with this?
I don't even know. Well, this is like pretty low. This is
7%,
6.4,
6.4, 7, and
I didn't even look at this one. This is 8. This one's a bit ballsy. This is 8.5. This is double.
Damn.
So that can probably go towards the end.
Start with the white.
Uncase that. Unsheath it, as the kids say.
Yeah.
So, it's pretty cool to get some beers from... That's the second time that happened
what's
today,
going on with that? Am I that powerful? Am I just
I think you're just really a lot bigger than you thought, than you think you are, you know?
Right,
ready?
Let's give it a crack.
Let me get the girls' glasses. So this is a white IPA with Brett from, what's the company called? Anchorage.
Yeah. The only other white IPA I had was Phillips.
The Electric Unicorn?
Yeah.
You haven't had any others?
Not many. Not that I can think of.
I've had a bunch, and nothing's come close to the Phillips one. Almost not exploding. How is she? Smells bready?
Yeah, it smells good. Wow, that is like crystal clear.
Nice. Give little samples because we have to get through them in the same glass.
Oh yeah,
and,
I'll give myself a larger sample.
Scott always does that. But you know what? You have a larger consumption base. Pause.
I'm a large gentleman.
Yeah, but shout out to Ray, seriously, man. Like, super cool to do that, man. Like, really, really genuinely appreciate it.
Thank you, bro.
And it's really cool for us to, like, get to try some, we don't even have access to most American beer, like, because we can't
let alone
get it sent
Alaska.
to us.
Like, this is...
Alaska's super random. Already I could just smell this from
my God, that is the clearest...
Clear as
Not
tits.
that clarity means that much, but...
Not at all, but... Oh, that bread is serious, eh?
Brett tea.
Ladies,
cheers.
Y'all, get in ya.
Get this inside of you.
All right, I feel like we've had a lot of sours today. How was that, Shells? Sour. Puckering. She's puckering. This is woof.
I wouldn't call this a white IPA if I could, like...
Without the Brett, I would like to taste it.
The Brett overtakes it. I like it. Like, don't get me wrong, I like it, but I don't know if white IPA is the right term for it.
Oh, God, you okay, love?
No, that was me.
Oh, is you, baby? Yeah. Man, everyone's out here coughing. These Alaskan beers is fucking everyone up. Yeah, like, it's very interesting that you would put, of all styles, like Brett into white IPA. I thought that was a little bit of a unique twist on it. I quite enjoy it. I don't know, like, if I would continue to put Brett into an IPA because I feel like it takes away too much of the
overtakes
flavor.
it, yeah,
like, it just becomes kind of sour and it's irrelevant. It's a Brett beer.
Yeah.
It's kind of irrelevant that it has hops and all that other nonsense in it. I don't know if there's any other, like, highlights of this particular one. I quite like the bottle, and I I was looking forward to this one probably the most because of the Galaxy, TBH.
I feel like, but
Spices as
the
well.
Brett
Oh, it's in
drowns.
French oak fooders as
Okay.
well.
Oh, nice.
Sorry, go on. I interrupted.
I was just gonna say, Galaxy's such a nice floral, citrusy pineapple hop, but you don't really taste it because the Brett is kind of overpowering.
100%, but even check this, all right? So not only does it have Galaxy hops, it has coriander, kumquats, peppercorns. It's fermented and aged in French oak fooders with a wit yeast,
Holy
dry
smokes.
hop with Galaxy hops, and then bottle conditioned with Brett and wine yeast. That is
Holy
like
crap. They did a lot.
that is
to
not an
that
IPA
thing.
at all. That's just like
No.
some sort of crazy ass. I don't even know what you call this, to be honest. It's just like some sort of wild ale or something. I think if you approach it like that, you can sort of feel it. But when you go into it expecting that it's a white IPA, it's a little. It kind of throws you off.
Wow, there's like a review from Bill Howell, the 2010 Beer Drinker of the Year.
Oh, how do you
That
get
says,
that
How
title?
do you become...
In 2010, we weren't even drinking craft in 2010.
Apparently Bill Howell was drinking a whole hell of a lot of it, but like,
Shout outs, Bill.
how do I become the Beer Drinker of the Year?
You know what? We need to get Bill on the podcast. I bet
Yo.
he's in Alaska.
Bill,
Yo, we should go to Alaska.
come through.
That'd be so fire to go to Alaska.
Pretty
For
cool, man.
Beer.
Ain't nobody going to Alaska for beer.
Do you know who? Oh, who didn't? Justin and Mallory from Stone City. I think they went to the Canadian Alaska. What's them shits? Yukon and Northwest Territories and that.
The Canadian Alaska.
Whatever. I'm Canadian now, so whatever. I can say what I like.
Nunavut?
I say what I want. Let's do either this or this. This one or this one. What's
Either
that?
the
One?
Fire or the Flames.
So that's a
IPA.
What's the ABV?
Solstice 7.
And this one is 6.4.
Let's go 6.4.
Yeah,
Let's go that
so-
one first.
This is in Kassiks or Kassiks, probably Kassiks. Morning Wood, wicked bottle. The bear has a raging hard on. Morning Wood and the bear has a hard on, guys.
It's interesting to say.
I like it. Anybody else ready for a beer? You guys are good.
Good.
Y'all are just chilling.
I love beer boners.
Oh wow, malty as tits, eh?
Maybe you
Best opener in the game. I never open a beer without said BrewHeads opener.
I like the dark one that he's got now too.
Kind of like a dark.
Ah, it's like so tangy. I was like, you can't skull that shit. That was fucked up. All right, Morning Wood. All right, it's a malt bomb.
super malt bomb.
Ain't no wrong with that.
Okay.
6.4. Anything
go.
specific? No hops. It says none on there.
Not really to give him a lot there.
Basically, it's you're in the woods. You're a
Yeah.
bear. You got
It's an old English style
okay.
with Pacific Northeast dry hop additions.
Fair.
Well
Paci-
balanced.
Sorry, did you say Pacific Northeast or Northwest?
Pacific Northwest.
That would be better because there is no such thing as the Northeast in the Pacific. That would be the Atlantic. I know my geography. I'm Canadian. Get it in you.
Cheers.
Oh yeah, not bad. That is more what I was expecting. I mean, it's not my favorite style of IPA because it's a English style, but I'm not mad at it. Look, y'all know that like we are
Snobs.
Yeah, we're idiots. We're just obsessed with this stupid hazy stuff, man. Like, so it's like harder to impress. But particularly in Canada, prior to the last few years, like this was the main style of IPA that you'd find, like that sort of English bitter type of thing. What?
No, the Scotch
That's
shrug.
like-
The Scotch
The
shrug.
Scotch shrug is like, yo, it's not a diss. If,
I'm not
if-
hating.
If you drop the shrug, it just means like you're not
It's
impressed.
not. I'm just
Or
saying it's
for
not.
you.
It's just not my style. Like when I want an IPA, I want a hoppy IPA. I don't want. Should be malt is kind of your last thought. I want hop forward. The malt is just to give it sugar, to give it alcohol essentially. But
Preaching to the choir, fam.
yeah, it's alright.
Yeah, it's not bad. Like it's drinkable. This is not the type of thing I would sort of voluntarily try and rock on the reg, but it's a well-made English style.
Very
IPA.
English. Toffee. Minimal on the hops,
A
more
little
on
bit
the
caramel.
toffee malt caramel.
Yeah, definitely malt forward. I wonder if, because these were sent in the mail from Alaska to Detroit, we did not refrigerate them while we were in Michigan. We took them back here, and because of like fluctuating fridge space, I kept them kind of out. I tried not to do that, like as much as possible. I tried to keep beers out. So I had them in the fridge, and then I had to take them out because I can't remember, something happened. I had to take a bunch of stuff out, and then I put them back in. So I don't know if
Makes a difference.
I don't know if it would have messed them up, because I think that would ruin a hazy beer. But I think for this type of stuff, I don't know if it affected.
Probably
but
not
just
so much. Maybe minimally.
Just like a caveat,
Still
in case it makes a difference.
Tastes fresh, but
Yeah, it tastes fresh. Tastes fine. Yeah, like I'm not angry at it. So tell us about. So that was Kassik's, and we had Anchorage Brewing Company, and this is 49th state. I didn't know there were 40. Isn't there 51 states? 51.
Isn't it 49 and 2 or 3 something else?
So Hawaii and then something else, and Puerto Rico.
No, I think
Does that not
it was-
count?
I thought it was 50.
America, we don't know your history. We're Canadian. I don't know, bro.
Maybe it was made the 49th state.
Yeah, that's probably the 49th. I got a feeling there's 51 because they always talk about like a 52nd state or some shit.
50 states since 1959.
Oh.
Puerto Rico and DC are the additional 2 jurisdictions.
Because DC is not a state. Look it up.
Right.
Trust me, it's a different whole other shit. The conspiracy theorists don't fuck around. All right, DC, City of London, the Vatican. Just saying.
Healy, Alaska.
All right. Pop that bad boy, and we'll
Just
I guess we're gonna neck this anyway. Give it a smell. So this is a 7%. Anything about the specific hops?
Solstice IPA. Didn't really say much.
Okay, smells a little fruity. Who knows what the hell that could even be? Doesn't look hazy or anything, but I'm not expecting any of these to be as such. A little more than the others, though.
They're particularly clear, like super bright. Like
Super
the first
clear.
one, I was amazed.
But that's
how
because it's not an... I swear to God, it's not an IPA. That shit was like a
not.
wild ale because it
Yeah.
had so much...
the
so many
bread was
adjuncts
just-
in it.
Yeah.
But not even just the bread.
Oh,
it
and
was
all
like
the
it had
fruit and
kumquats and
kumquat,
stuff.
yeah.
So I'm looking forward to sort of reviewing that and like analyzing, see if we can get all those flavors, because that's actually really cool. It's just an interesting beer. It's just not an IPA to me.
I would like to have this beer sans Brett and see what it is. Honestly.
100%. I think Brett was a little unnecessary.
Yeah.
And it just sort of like manipulates the branding of it. Like there's no need to call it an IPA when it's got all that shit in it, you know? At least the Brett.
Do you think maybe it's because so many people are reaching for IPAs these days? They just put the name IPA. Like, is IPA essentially an ale that's dry hopped? Is that the definition of IPA these days? Because potentially, if you're brewing an ale and you're dry hopping it, that's wagwan, right?
It's definitely potentially it, yeah. But, yeah, that definitely has too many things to be considered that. This is slightly opaque. Kind of smells the same, but I feel like it's a little unfair because we just poured it in the same glass. Okay, yeah. Bless you.
Bless
Don't
you,
you
love.
apologize. This is real life shit here. That was my favorite so far.
Almost a bit of a smokiness to it. I wonder if there's a smoked malt or something.
I kind of want to wash the glass out and try this again later.
Okay.
I feel like it's got a little more fruit to it. Does it say? It doesn't say the type of hops there. I like the packaging. I like this little detail when you put the little things over the lid. They're kind of annoying, but it's
They're
details.
really annoying, but
It is, but it's
fancy
cool.
looking, right?
Yeah, you know, the kids love it. Like Ray asked me what do we like, and we said, or I said, you know, if anyone watches any of our stuff, you already know. So I asked him for IPAs just because I figured that's a pretty solid style. If you're going to judge an area's beers, what do you think?
IPA is a pretty good
Yeah,
representation.
it's a pretty good way to do it,
of-
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you mess with that more than
Right,
the
it's
other.
like smoky. That
It is smoky.
Yeah.
Is it? Yeah, I'm wondering. I didn't see anything about smoked malt, but there's a nice little earthiness to it.
Well, if y'all are getting that and you guys didn't have this other one,
Yeah,
in
that's
between, which has a
probably
bit
it, yeah.
stronger
Yeah.
flavor.
No.
So that means this is. Yeah, but I feel like IPAs are a really solid style to be able to be like, all right, if you gave someone whatever half a dozen Ontario or Quebec whatever IPAs, you'd be able to have a fairly solid grasp on the region to see, you know, if you give them that wide enough thing. And I feel like a place like Alaska, and once again, correct me if I'm wrong, but I can't imagine there's a shit ton of breweries out there like there are out here.
I'm wondering where Alaska would import their hops and malt from. Like, are they getting
West
it
Coast,
from?
for sure.
Right.
like
closest, I guess.
Yeah.
And they have the good quality.
Like, I guess
Just go
Oregon-
straight up from right.
I don't know
north.
if Cali has it, but I know definitely Oregon does. Probably Washington State as well.
Oh right. That's probably it.
Yeah, which is like Seattle.
Washington.
And all
Yeah,
that stuff.
exactly. Yeah.
So I know they have a whole bunch of hop growing regions. I'm not exactly sure whether Yakima Valley is or Yakima. I thought it was Washington, but anyway, that general region.
West
'Cause, you know,
Coast.
Rogue
Yeah,
has
yeah.
the hop farm in Oregon,
Right.
right, in Portland or whatever, in that general area. So it would stand to reason that they would grab all their stuff from there, potentially in Van as well. Like I don't know if they would try and keep it within the states, even though technically
So, like,
geographically
Okanagan Valley?
BC. I don't know if they have hop growing regions there, but I wouldn't be surprised because that's a wine region.
Yeah.
And in Niagara and
Same
Picton,
deal. That's
wherever
where all
there's
the hops are
wineries, there
coming
tends
out.
to be breweries, right? Which is super cool. So I mean, if they might even be growing like hops locally in Alaska. I'm not sure how possible it is. I know because you think Alaska, you think just the frozen.
Well, they have a summer there though.
Of course they do. Like there has, and they have a harvest season. They have all the stuff. Like, so I can't see why it's not possible for Alaska to have like all the ingredients grown locally. I just wouldn't. I don't know what the population density is there, so I don't know how many breweries. I mean, this is 4 breweries already,
Yeah.
which is kind of cool, which is impressive because I guess in the Yukon, I think literally dudes were saying. Justin said there's like 2.
It says fermented in Alaska. Would that mean that maybe some of the other production is done somewhere else? Why would they state in big
There's
letters? That seems kind of strange with like asterisks beside
unless
it.
it's trying to.
Or just
Maybe others do it, and they're trying to say, "Hey guys, like we're local," like, which means it's sat and aged.
brewed and bottled.
What's actually called Anchorage Brewing
Anchorage,
Company. So I feel like
Alaska.
that one
Yeah.
and the Alaska Brewing Company, like if those ones are fucking around,
I guess
and like
just boasting like it's fermented in Alaska.
Yeah.
Why not just say brewed in Alaska?
that'd probably be a lot easier. Maybe
Interesting.
because it's such a fermentable beer with all the adjuncts that they
Right.
maybe noted fermentation as opposed to just like bottling or whatever. Either way, let's move on to the last one, which is the Alaskan Brewing Company, Oprah's fave.
Ho ho ho! This is 8.5, so it's the big dog double IPA.
Dead ass. It smells exactly like
That one.
this
I
guy.
thought it would.
Get him in you. Y'all good still? Yeah. Oh yeah, bit more balls. Okay, tastes like this with more balls. Pause. The Scotch shrug. Hey, it's okay. Like, yo, I mean, I appreciate Ray shooting these bad boys.
No,
out.
mad props. This is super cool to try a beer from Alaska, which I never thought I'd even get around to. I didn't know there were craft beers in Alaska.
Who knew? Who
So-
knew, fam?
Huge shout out.
Yeah, like overall.
Do we have
it
like
did-
do you have a winner? Do you have one that maybe
I
stands
mean,
out?
it is a beer mail, but there is no winner.
No, but like
For me, probably, I think it was this guy, if I'm not mistaken. Did you have one?
I liked this Brett beer. I think it was just
I need to have a little
mislabeled. That's
more.
all. It was
Yeah.
just mislabeled for me.
It's totally not a white IPA. I mean, maybe technically the base beer is. Take all the other stuff out, but
I would love to try it without that, but I like Brett and I like
I like
all
white
the other things
IPAs.
going on.
Yeah.
So that was cool.
yeah, no, do you know what? It was interesting, and that's genuinely the number one thing we would ask for. If we're going to try a whole bunch of beers, we want it to be interesting. It's
Yeah,
kind
give
of
me a
boring
variety,
otherwise.
give me a-
yeah,
yeah.
man. And like, you know, we get to explore some, like as you said, I don't recall ever having any beers from any of these breweries before or anything from Alaska because there's not anything we get out east. Even when we go to the States, when you're into the West Coast, you're
Yeah.
trying to get like Pliny and like Monkish and shit. You're not trying to like check for anything else.
Yeah,
and I
it's
feel
true.
like these beers would probably stay fairly local. Maybe even some of the guys in BC would get them.
Yeah, maybe.
They get a lot of American stuff that we don't get because their laws aren't crazy like Quebec.
Right.
Or whatever. So, yeah, overall, pretty solid. Ray, thanks again, bro. Really appreciate you shooting these over. We're going to enjoy these this evening. If you enjoyed the video, check us a thumbs up. Hit subscribe. Down the bottom, here, there, who knows where it is. We're going to have to figure that out at some point. Follow us on social media at BAOS Podcast. And check out the long form audio, man. At Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Google Play, where else are we? You name it, we're there. Check it out. We've got so much good stuff coming. So that's about it. Y'all have a good evening, day, morning, afternoon, and get it in ya.
Get it in, yeah.